This is documenting our home, stalked around the clock. We've got a little faggot over here at the fake used car lot, 5223 Blanco Road. He's a south of the border illegal alien trash who's hiding under a green card. He's about 5'6", dark complected, full set of hair, salt, pepper, wears prescription black rim horn glasses. And the little faggot, the instant I'm outside for any reason whatsoever, and it's the reason we had to ban family, friends, and cohorts, relatives, anybody from coming to visit us, because this little south of the border freaking faggot will jump in his car and come over and terrorize our family or myself. Plus, they've got a DMV hookup, so they'll be able to run plates, and the police don't give a flying leap. They let these people freaking have full reign over our neighborhood and over our lives. 5 decades we've been reporting this, and I'm sure y'all are getting tired of hearing from us. But anytime these little demon south of the border bastards come at us, we're going to let the world know what's happening. And I'm going to plaster this sumbitch's freaking face across the internet like freaking corrupt Trey Martinez Fisher, Texas House Rep, did to me. And basically why I'm getting death threats and we're being basically accosted by masses of illegals. What you're about to see here is a result of this. Right here, I'm coming in my front door after tending to some business outside my front door. You're going to see the door shut right there, 171250 4 and counting. And within seconds, there he is. He's already jumped into a vehicle, and he's got one of his Cardinals racing up behind him. Racing up, look at that, racing up real fast. And I'll back it up a little bit so you can see the sequence of events. Again, I've just come in the front door, and there he is. He's driving some kind of a Mitsubishi Eclipse of some sort. No front plate and no rear plate. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is that if I come outside for any reason, and we're talking about, it's like about 107-degree heat index outside. The weather doesn't bother these demons. They're born and raised in jungles and dirt huts and crap like that, where the wet and the cold and the heat doesn't bother them. Well, in the further distance of the center frame, he's basically going to be coming around the block. And what we have hundreds of these demons basically taking turns on us anytime we come outside for any reason. And so I'm pretty much prepped for it. So I'm coming out to basically let them know that we're not scared of them. I'm not scared of them. If they think you're scared of them, they'll have the whole freaking half the city show up with the whole tribe, and these little demon sons of bitches will freaking take turns. So it's a double-edged sword. See, I have to come out with my camera prepped and ready to go, standing inside my property line. We never leave our property lines, and the cops that make us out to be the problem. Yet here this son of a bitch is coming into the residential zones in one of his death trap vehicles that they sell to their own illegal alien people. Here he is with no front plate, no rear plate. There I am capturing everything, and he's committing hate crimes against us because it wasn't more than 10 seconds I was outside. He came racing up to our home. See, and there he goes. And he goes racing up to the rear of the used car lot, slams on his brakes, makes a scene. There I am capturing everything. Police don't do jack about it. But guess what? We thought, it was just us, but it wasn't. If you want proof of me telling you the truth, get on the Nextdoor website, and you're going to see a lot of families telling you that police are not taking action on anything of any crimes. They're not. The phrases they use is police took no action, police not doing their job, police will not respond, no police in the area. And what a lot of people don't seem to understand, see, there I am, and the whole process starts all over again because this guy has one of his La Raza soldier Indians jump in the car and take over for him, and he comes over and starts to do the same thing. The situation is that, like I mentioned, to be back on point, we thought we were the only ones, but there's a whole lot of other families that are having the same thing happen for one reason. Police are not doing their job because they're following orders. They are an extension of the mindset of City Hall. If you've got a leftist mindset City Hall, you're going to have the extension of that mindset flow down into the police department, and they're not going to do their jobs because they're following orders. So the police will tell you, we don't see no crimes taking place. Well, that's just it. See, they're lying bald-faced right to your face because they're supposed to maintain law and order. And what is their certification? How did they obtain their badges when they took their oath? What was that? It's plain as the nose in your face. Their certification is for peace officers. They got it in their heads, because they're being lied to by their superiors, that they only deal with crime. Well, that's not true. They're supposed to maintain law and order and keep the peace, and they're not doing that. When you have the San Antonio Police Department mesh in the Park Police and basically act out on that particular obvious type of a move for the whole public to see, it's plain as day that they're shorthanded. They're having people abandon ship. They're not maintaining their good police officers. The only ones that are left are the ones that we've been running into, which are leftists. And the problem with the leftists is that they are being conditioned to not follow their instinct and their peak awareness of the types of demons that are out there floating around, that are out there to hurt them. So because they're being ordered to stand down, they're basically floating around with the same demons that are trying to hurt American families, and they're going to drop their guard because they've been conditioned to do so, but for following orders, and they're going to end up falling victims to these demons. The point I'm trying to make is that one very rule of thumb that we had when we were active duty, it isn't the big guy you got to worry about that's going to take you out. It's a little tiny sumbitch that'll take you out. And that's what these little sumbitches are, the little weasels south of the border demons. You got to watch out for the little ones. They're the ones that'll take you out. And their squaws will do the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to be freaking blunt about it. We used to be nice, polite, courteous, you name it, kind, giving, compassionate. Screw that bullshit. You're dealing with these stinking low-life bastards. You're not dealing with the traditional Mexican-American families or Mexican-Americans. You're dealing with south of the border demons who freaking got conditioned by the Biden-Harris puppets to hate Americans and hate America, and they're rushing over to get their MasterCards, their cell phones, and their freebies, free houses, free cars, free everything, and in the process, they're killing Americans. And we didn't do jack shit to these sons of bitches. They come over here and take turns on you, and the reason they're doing it, because they know that Americans are hardwired to follow the law, be law-abiding, be respectful of police, and because we have that basically instilled into us from birth, you got these demons that come over here that when they're squeezed out and hit the dirt running, they have no respect for anybody, and they're taught from day one, the males, take what you want. They don't know the meaning of the word no, and they don't know the meaning of discipline. They're intentionally defiant and disrespectful to everyone around us or around them. They're not even respectful of each other. If they don't have victims to terrorize like Americans, they'll turn on each other. That's a known fact. And again, I'm going to reiterate, we don't have a problem with Mexican Americans because they're just like us. They're respectful, they're decent, they're law-abiding, and they're religious. We're dealing with south of the border trash. That's the big difference. And that's where some of these sons of bitches, like the corrupt Texas House of Rep, Trey Martinez Fisher, is trying to make me out to be a racist. He can kiss my ass. He's a low-down, dirty, corrupt, La Raza soldier who's freaking doing the same thing the Biden-Harris puppets are doing. They're instilling freaking hate amongst the land, and they're pro-illegal alien La Raza soldiers. And on this point here, because San Antonio Police is not doing their job, we're all falling victims to it because we know for a fact that there's other families, and you can verify what I'm telling you is the truth. Just hop on the Nextdoor website and you'll be able to land on all the families that are sitting there saying that all the horror that they're experiencing because there's no police action, none whatsoever. So do I need to continue? Did I make my point? Thank you very much. On that point, I digress. This is the life of the sanctuary city of San Antonio, Texas.